The ninth grade phase, the phase when friendships shift, grades count, and interests change so often your teenager has to explain, "This is me now." Freshman year, educationally, the stakes are greater, physically, the hormones are raising, and emotionally, the desire for independence is at an all-time high. Ready to run for your life yet? Don't be. Parents and leaders can have great, meaningful relationships with their freshmen. It may require a little work on both of your parts, but there's still so much to look forward to this year. Ninth grader is experiencing tons of changes. New school, new emotions, new desire to fit in. They genuinely have trouble falling asleep before 11 p.m., but they still need 9 hours of sleep each night. Leaders, that means overnight camps might mean some late nights for you. Parents, that means it's actually okay to let your freshmen sleep in on the weekends. Socially, your ninth grader needs a listener more than they need an advisor. One way to show you're paying attention to what they're saying is to repeat back their words and say things like, "How can I help?" or "How can I pray for you?" This will get you way farther than automatically stating your opinion. While no two freshmen are the same, there are a few universal truths when it comes to this phase. You may notice a few new friends. The average high school has 750 teenagers, 250 dating couples, and more than 50 options for extracurricular activities. With so many opportunities to connect, a high schooler may find their place in engineering class or on the debate team, in drama club, or on the basketball court, in YMCA, or a beta club. Leaders, students may turn to you before their parents in navigating new friendships and relationships. Be prepared, but don't feel like you have to have all the answers. It's okay to say, "I don't know," or "I'm not sure what to tell you, but I'm happy to listen." Another fact about the ninth grade phase is that there is a new academic reality. Ninth grade means increased demands for personal responsibility. For those headed to college, grades begin to count towards future admission. For everyone, grades count towards a high school diploma. This leads to an increase in stress, so be aware of how you can help your teenager manage everything they've got going on. Our last truth I want to talk about. Ninth grade is a year of identifying talents. By the end of this year, a teenager will have a more stable sense of who they are. Frankly, they may be a little frustrated you haven't known who they were all along. So, listen carefully, pay attention. This goes for parents and for leaders. The greatest thing you can do in this phase is to continually rediscover who they are becoming and know where they are finding acceptance. In the ninth grade phase, you all have a specific role. Your role is to mobilize their potential. Many freshmen spend this year redefining who they thought they were or what they thought their future would be. It's also important to keep in mind that freshmen think like a philosopher. The way they process information best is when you ask questions. Freshmen want to feel a part of the process instead of an audience of the process. Ask direct questions that help them understand their own opinions, thoughts, and feelings. Ninth graders are constantly asking the same question: where do I belong? Ninth graders want to fit in. They want to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. That's why the best way to capture their heart is to value community. That's why attending a student ministry or serving in a church is a great place for freshmen to find healthy acceptance. This won't be news to any of you, especially you parents, but ninth graders are motivated by freedom. You coach this motivation when you give choices. This is a tension every parent of a high schooler faces, but giving freedom away in small increments is the only way to build trust. Leaders, you may be faced with a situation where you have to provide options for the students in your group. Allow them to make their own decisions whenever it's wise. It'll grow your relationship like nothing else. Faith-wise, if they haven't already, freshmen may be beginning to question their values. It's okay. This year, you will fuel passion. Fuel passion so they will keep pursuing authentic faith and discover a personal mission. In this phase, when a ninth grader is asking, "Where do I belong?" foster their connection to a positive faith community. A ninth grader will need consistent peers and leaders who will strengthen their relationship with God. So look for ways to prioritize their church connection and stay engaged in their faith journey by having conversations at home. A ninth grader is well aware by now of the habits and routines that make your family work. Make church a priority, but don't let it be the only time that you talk about faith. Leaders, you can put some of these ideas into practice too. Ask open-ended questions like, when do you feel closest to God? Or what's something God is teaching you right now? You can also talk about your own faith. Say things like, lately I'm finding I connect best with God when I fill in the blank. Finally, parents, you can connect with a faith community. And don't just attend, get involved. Create relationships with parents in all seasons of life. You'll need their support and wisdom now and as your freshman moves on to the next phase. Time with a ninth grader will move more quickly than you think. In fact, there are approximately 208 weeks from the time a freshman enters ninth grade until they leave home and move on to what's next. So remember, it's just a phase. Don't miss it.